let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about control and how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. Alright, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel. Of course, give me that Arthur Fonzarelli thumbs up like so I say, hey! And of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And like Rocky Balboa says, no bell. So make sure you ring the bell, because I'm putting content out daily. And you know what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective, where I help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and higher penis. Help you naturally, raise your testosterone and your human growth hormone. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor. I'm here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about control. And what does this all have to do with anything? The control of your growth, the control of your flow. And what it all comes down to is just like I always say, the Wu Wave flow, the path of least resistance, and that's letting it go. Because you got to let it go to let it flow. And that's when we're talking about control. So you can write down let it go to let it flow. And that just feels really good to say. And you know me, every single day that I go, we got to start out with this breath. Before my feet hit the ground, go ahead and breathe it with me, man. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful. And that's what you got to go with every single moment of your day. I was actually listening to somebody talking about breath work and how more confident people really just take a lot more breaths. And I guess, everything's correlated to the breath anyways when you really think about it. I mean, if you're breathing, you're achieving is what I'm saying. So let it be known that if you're doing that, you're doing something right. And people that tend to, have more confidence or, more of a deeper breather, be aware of your pattern a little bit. See how you're breathing out there. You know what I mean? Me, myself, I'm just getting back from the gym. And, I just did me some, some of my Groga. You guys might want to check out some of the practice that I got in my, my archives or whatever. And, because me, I got a lot of videos. I'm going to constantly be pumping out more. And, so I got me a nice cardio session, some nice Groga, got me a nice pump, feeling beautiful. And, we're talking about control here and how this all has to do with making you manifest a bigger penis and, all the magic that we have within. It's all about, like I said, man, letting it go, letting it grow, and understand that you don't have to go A to Z to C what you got to be. You know what I mean? And when we're talking about every single day, giving that gratitude attitude, just not letting yourself get in your own way, going with the path of least resistance, that's what's going to give you the most maximum manifestation. Because there's so many different types of ways to this place, and there's so many, there's so many different rules and so many different belief systems that people jump into to help them, manifest the body of, their desires. And like I say, man, there's so many different ways people look off of so many different diets that it's like, the only thing that your only limiting factor is yourself. And essentially, you're the one that controls that. You're the one that's going to say what's going to work for you anyway. And we're talking about, there's certain people out there that that don't put sugar in their diet, and I don't know how this fad is becoming, whatever it is. I seen this beautiful man. He's he's a big bodybuilder, Viking-looking guy. I don't eat sugar. I eat 4,000 calories of meat. No sugar, no sugar. And I'm like, no sugar. I'm like, no, not for nothing, but, I like to indulge on my sweets daily. I mean, I like my coffee black, but I like my chocolate sweet, and I like to eat me some sweets every day. And I feel like anytime people that are talking about, sugar, it's like, what are you, diabetic? Or is mommy telling you can't have your special treat? And is that, because that's what, at least that's me. That's what I get out of when I hear people talk about that kind of thing. But to each their own, and whatever helps you flow, to help you grow, I'm all about it, man, because I believe that all truths are true. You just got to find the ones that make you you. And that's why essentially you got people that look thousands of different ways with essentially, you know, eating fast food. People can look beautiful. You got people that are vegans that look beautiful. You got people that are, and like I said, man, everybody's beautiful in their own way anyways. And one of the things I got to make clear is for everybody out there, for everybody, somebody's dick's getting hard and somebody's pussy's getting wet. So never let your insecurities ruin anybody's happiness, man. So never forget that. And like I said here, you know, you got people that, you know, can bench press 400 pounds and look 400 different ways is something that I like to say. You know what I mean? Because you can have a guy that essentially, you know, you have one that looks like a bodybuilder, one that looks like he eats Arby's. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with Arby's if you want to go eat that. We have the meats. And you know, Ving Rhames be talking about, you guys ever seen Baby Boy? When I'm giving you a movie reference, you know me, whenever he did the African squad, I want to keep the swears, you know, but we'll, you know, keep the swears to a minimum, you know what I mean? But the African squad, you know, with the F, all right? ASF is what we call it. And he's hopping around, and you got Mike Tyson on the big screen, and that's one of the things that we know. He's got the meats, and you know what we're all about here in the BCC, having that huge piece of meat, swing at your knees, strive to the pecs, making you your best, and that's what we're all about, you know what I mean? And we're talking about so many different ways to go about the control to your grow, but I always got to go with the triple D anyways. And no, we ain't talking about Jaders, Diamonds, and Drives, Guy Fieri. We're talking about don't doubt your dick, something that I really need to reiterate more, because I feel everybody out there should believe in your piece. Don't doubt what you have. Do not give any negative body metaphors towards your guy down there, unless you like to make your stick your shtick, but that's not what I'm about. I'm about making a huge piece of meat, making it a log, having it be extra thick. And you know what we're about here, man? We're about pumping it up. We're about growing. And, you know, listening to, you know, people like Paramahansa Yogananda, you know, he lets you know that the mind is the wielder of muscle, and that's something that you guys really need to put into play, because it doesn't matter about whatever diet and whatever belief system that you're grabbing onto, because essentially it's already there anyways. So whatever works for you is going to work for you. So when we're going with the flow and the flow of the growth, we're talking about that mind muscle connection. And you know me, I got to always be flexing, just coming straight out of the gym, letting you know that I'm going to get a pump in, naked in a chair, hair in a bun, ready to have some fun. And you know, like he says, man, Steve Jobs read the book Paramahansa Yogananda. He brought yoga here to the West, and I just got done doing me about an hour and a half of it. And my yoga practice is what puts, you know, the mind into the size, into the flexibility, into doing things that, you know, I feel people should be doing more regularly, because how often do most people stand on one foot? That's something that you need to, you know, really think about. I mean, you even balance, I mean, are you balancing? Because that's what yoga to me really is, because at the end of it all, it's about, you know, breathing, which is, you know, essentially life. And when you're talking about flexing and putting your mind into the size, you're your own factor that's going to make you grow. So like I always like to say, I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Straight out of the gym, look at the flex, look at the pecs, feeling beautiful, naked in a chair, letting it go, letting it flow. And you know, with that, I think I'm going to have my first, you know, Guinness right now. I just got out of the gym. You know me, I always gotta, you know, uphold to my rituals and what I gotta do to get it in. And I know this might not be the best way to have it, to, you know, according to all the Guinness drinkers, and I like it in a glass, but you know what? Sometimes out of the can into the man. So I say salute. Yeah. Oh man, it's a beautiful thing, man. I tell you, straight when you get out of the gym, it tastes, you know what, when you're drinking it fast out of a can, it tastes beautiful. All right, so slammed it out of the can into the man. feeling grateful and happy that I got to be able to get it in today. And you know what, with that, I feel like I should drop the bun just to make it more right. You know what I mean? It wouldn't, you know, oh yeah. You gotta let the hair down, get a beer in you. You gotta relax a little bit, especially after all that flexing and, you know, getting all this valuable information in for you. And as you see, man, there's so many different ways that you can go to your flow, which is gonna definitely help you grow. Like I said, man, we're gonna have plenty more beautiful experiences along the way. We got the ho grow coming, and you know, the holiday season's here, and it's something that I love, man. And you know, having a couple beers is definitely something that I'm always intrigued in and having fun with. And you know, if you guys want any more, you know, type of help and assistance to, you know, give you, you know, put your plans into action, I'm here for you, because essentially it doesn't matter what kind of job you work, what kind of hours you get, what kind of sleep you get. You create your own existence, you create your own reality, and you can make whatever you need to work, and I'm here for you. You get at me in the BCC, you throw me an email, however you want to get at me, I'm here for you. And, you know, I can teach you the techniques more hands-on. We're talking masturbation for manifestation. We're talking the joking, the Kegels, the Kegers, man. You know what I mean? We're talking about Kegel Super Reg, and we're talking about practices that are beyond me, manifested through me, teaching you how to become your best version. And of course, there's more stuff to learn as we go, and whatever's going to help you with your flow is what it's all about. And like I said, man, I'm feeling extra today, man. Just like I said, getting out of that gym, getting the Groga in, and, you know, just being able to talk about control and how people pretty much just got to let go of what they're doing to really just go with the flow of the day. And that's really what it really all comes down to, and that's my biggest message. And of course, you know, the one that I really got to preach over and over and over again is coming with love, man, because look at that pink on the wrist, I had it nice in my bun. And I always got to say this, so have some fun. Anytime that you see somebody, you hear somebody on the other line of the phone, if you're in traffic, wherever you're at, the DMV, so, you know, wherever they happen to be, just intend on whoever you see, whoever's around you, whoever's on your mind, just intend on that soul to feel love in some kind of way, have a beautiful day, and you go along your way, and you hack the matrix every single time that you do it. You're making the world a better place. You have purpose. You're a beautiful person. I believe in who you are, because like I say, man, we're all from the stars. Whatever's inside of me is inside of you. It's inside the blue, and all truths are true. And what I'm going with is, you know, as long as you're coming with love and you're coming with energy, you can do no wrong. And that's really what it all is. And remember, energy's always there for you to grab onto any given time. You see me in all different kinds of states talking about after eating steaks, waking up in the middle of the night. Wherever I happen to be, I'm always going to grab that energy and show you that all possibilities are possible, and that you can essentially make, you know, whatever you got to make anyways. And I'm here to help you formulate what you got to do and understand that you can become your best version, and you don't need to follow everybody's way, man. Just go with your own flow, man, because you can do no wrong. You're a beautiful person. I believe in who you are, and I believe that I believe that we're meant to be here, man. And like Rocky Balboa says, nothing's real unless you believe in yourself. So I believe in you, believe in me, and like I said, anytime that you're loving yourself, you're really loving me, and anytime that I'm loving myself, I'm loving everybody else. It's a two-way street. Like I always say, man, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear, man. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. Go ahead and write down, I'm clear to grow. You just have everything get out of your way. And these are the things that are going to let you, these are going to get rid of the limiting factors of what goes on in a day-to-day. Like, oh, I can't have sugar. I can't do this, that, the other. And like I said, teach their own with, how, whatever condition that you're in. But regardless, you're the one that's putting the factors of, I got to do my diet like this, I got to exercise like that. And like I say, man, with exercise comes exercise. But it's all about, not getting stressed out when you skip one. And essentially, you can always do something every day. So keeping it on your mind is going to definitely increase the size. But letting it go is what's going to help you flow. So remember, that's how we grow. And like I said, man, we're gonna have plenty more beautiful experiences to come. Make sure you guys are getting at me in the BCC, checking me out on that social media, seeing my cat C, seeing my Pekingese, my wolf and my bear are always there. We got plenty more things to come. The ho grow. I feel beautiful things are coming, man. I love you guys. And like I said, man, you know, Salvation Army, I got me a wish list. If you feel like, you know, throwing a bucket in the bucket, you know, just give out of giving, man. Give because you love to give. Don't do it for any other reason. I intend on you guys to feel beautiful, spread some love, grab some energy, and do beautiful things, man. So I just want to tell you, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.